Welcome to Mata Studio, where today we're diving into the enchanting world of vintage interiors and showing you how to blend them seamlessly into your modern home. Whether you're a fan of the timeless elegance of the 1920s or the funky vibes of the 70s, this video will guide you through creating a space that's both nostalgic and refreshingly contemporary. In this video, we'll explore how to select the perfect vintage pieces, blend them with modern comforts, and create a cohesive, inviting atmosphere in your home. From sourcing authentic items to incorporating retro elements in every room, our tips and ideas will help you achieve a stunning, harmonious look that reflects your unique style. So, get ready to transform your space with the timeless charm of retro design, making it a sanctuary of beauty and relaxation. Before we set sail on today's adventure, we extend a heartfelt welcome back to Mata Studio. For those of you joining us for the first time, we cordially invite you to subscribe and delve into our rich collection of captivating home, exterior, and interior design inspirations. Vintage style isn't just about recreating a bygone era, it's about capturing the essence of timeless design and craftsmanship. It's the warmth of a mid-century armchair, the charm of a Victorian wallpaper, and the boldness of an Art Deco lamp. These elements bring not only visual appeal, but also a sense of history and storytelling to our homes. Before diving into the decor, it's essential to choose a vintage era that resonates with you. Do the Roaring '20s call to you with their opulent, geometric patterns? Or are you more drawn to the minimalist yet bold lines of the '60s? Deciding on this will set the foundation for your vintage-inspired decor journey. Start with key pieces that define the era. A teak sideboard for a 60s vibe, or perhaps a chandelier with crystals for a touch of the 30s. These pieces should act as focal points around which the rest of your room is organized. Pair your vintage finds with modern comforts. A plush modern sofa can be adorned with vintage throw pillows, or a contemporary art piece might hang above a vintage console table. The contrast not only highlights both old and new, but also creates a dynamic interior landscape. Color palettes play a crucial role in marrying different eras. Opt for colors that can act as a bridge between times, like navy, mustard, or classic grey. Fabrics like velvet or tweed can also offer a tactile connection to the past while providing the comfort demanded by today's standards. Vintage style should not come at the cost of functionality. Choose pieces that not only evoke a sense of the past, but also serve a practical purpose. A vintage trunk can double as a coffee table with storage, or an antique ladder can be repurposed as a chic shelving unit. Artwork and accessories are the finishing touches that can truly bring your vintage space to life. Look for period artwork or frames that complement your chosen era. Incorporate vintage lamps, mirrors, or even old cameras as decor pieces to accentuate the vintage feel. Textiles offer an easy and effective way to introduce vintage elements into a room. Choose drapes with retro patterns or layer rugs with vintage motifs to add depth and interest to your floors. While incorporating vintage pieces, it's important to maintain balance in your space. Avoid overcrowding with too many vintage items, which can make your home look more like a museum than a modern dwelling. Instead, choose a few standout pieces and complement them with modern elements to keep the space fresh and airy. Ensure there is a sense of flow and continuity throughout your home. This can be achieved by repeating certain colours, materials, or patterns in different rooms, creating a cohesive but varied aesthetic. The quest for the perfect vintage piece is as exciting as it is rewarding. Explore local flea markets, antique shops, and online marketplaces. Each piece has a story, and finding the right one can add a layer of depth to your decor. Remember, condition is key. Look for items that are well preserved or that can be restored with minimal effort. When shopping for vintage, authenticity can significantly impact the aesthetic and value of the piece. Learn the hallmarks of your chosen era, from the types of materials used to the construction techniques. This knowledge will help you avoid replicas and ensure that you're bringing home pieces that are truly reflective of the period. Proper lighting is crucial in showcasing your vintage decor. Use a mix of modern and vintage lighting fixtures to create layers of light that highlight your interiors beautifully. An antique chandelier can serve as a statement piece, while modern floor lamps can provide the functionality of adjustable lighting. To maintain the relaxing atmosphere of your space, opt for soft, warm lighting. This can be achieved with the use of lampshades, dimmer switches, and strategically placed accent lights that evoke a cozy, inviting feel. Today's technology can be hidden within vintage designs. Think of speakers housed in classic wooden cabinets or a modern TV mounted within a vintage armoire. This approach keeps your space functional without disrupting the vintage theme. As more home devices require internet connection, it's important to consider Wi-Fi friendly decor. Avoid large metal units which can block signal and instead opt for wooden or fabric covered pieces that blend seamlessly into your vintage decor while promoting better connectivity. Vintage decor is not just stylish, but also sustainable. By repurposing old furniture, you're contributing to a cycle of reuse that reduces waste and the demand for new resources. This practice not only saves pieces with historical value, but also aligns with modern environmental consciousness. When restoring vintage pieces, choose eco-friendly paints and finishes. These products help preserve the piece's authenticity while ensuring that your home remains a safe, toxin-free environment. Integrate personal artifacts that tell your story. Whether it's a collection of vintage vinyl records or heirloom photographs, these items add a personal touch that makes your home uniquely yours. Don't be afraid to mix textures and materials. A sleek glass table could be paired with a rustic wooden chair, creating a delightful contrast that enhances the visual interest of your space. Achieving visual harmony involves balancing the scale, colour, and texture of your vintage and modern pieces. Ensure that each room flows naturally into the next by maintaining a consistent theme or colour scheme throughout your home. Ultimately, your home should tell the story of who you are, blending past influences with present-day living. It's a place where every item has significance and every corner offers comfort and style. Embrace the seasons by adding seasonal decor that complements your vintage style. For fall, think of rustic, earth-toned pumpkins, and for winter, rich velvet throws and vintage-style string lights. These elements not only celebrate the time of year, but also enhance the vintage charm of your home. When hosting events or special occasions, vintage items can add a unique flair. Use an antique silver tray for serving drinks or vintage vases filled with fresh flowers to create an elegant setting. Each piece not only serves a functional purpose, but also adds to the aesthetic value of your celebration. Scent is a powerful element in creating an atmosphere. Choose candles or diffusers with fragrances that match the era of your decor. For instance, a lavender scent can complement a Victorian-style room, while a sandalwood fragrance fits well within mid-century modern spaces. Incorporate natural elements like fresh herbs or flowers that align with your vintage era. These not only add a delightful scent, but also bring a bit of nature indoors, enhancing the overall sensory experience of your home. Select a piece of vintage furniture to serve as the room's focal point. This could be an ornate antique dresser in the bedroom or a bold Art Deco bar cart in the living room. Positioning these items strategically can draw attention and serve as conversation starters. Utilize vintage frames to create an eye-catching gallery wall. Mix and match different sizes and styles of frames to display family photos, vintage posters, or art that reflects your personal style. This not only personalizes the space, but also showcases the beauty of vintage craftsmanship. To ensure your vintage pieces last, regular maintenance is crucial. Use appropriate cleaning products and techniques to preserve fabrics, woods, and metals without damaging them. This might mean avoiding harsh chemicals on delicate materials or using professional services for more complex restorations. Sometimes, a vintage piece might need a little extra care from a professional to return it to its former glory. Whether it's reupholstering an old sofa or refinishing a wooden table, professional restoration can enhance the longevity and beauty of your vintage items, In smaller homes or rooms, the placement of vintage pieces is key to maximizing space without cluttering. Choose multifunctional pieces like an antique chest that serves as both storage and a coffee table, or hang vintage mirrors to create a sense of depth and light. Use lighter colours in your vintage textiles and wall colours to make spaces appear larger. Incorporate clear or reflective surfaces like glass or mirrored tabletops, which can help to visually expand the area and bring a light, airy feel to any room. Extend your vintage style to your outdoor spaces by incorporating classic garden furniture. Think wrought iron benches, teak garden tables, and wicker chairs. These pieces not only provide seating, but also add a touch of timeless elegance to your garden or patio. Add vintage-inspired accents like antique lanterns, weathered bird baths, and retro planters. These elements can create a cohesive look that ties your outdoor space to the vintage theme of your interiors, making the entire home feel connected and harmonious. When it comes to vintage textiles, opt for fabrics that are both durable and stylish. Linen, velvet, and brocade are excellent choices that offer a luxurious feel while standing the test of time. These materials can be used for upholstery, curtains, and throw pillows to add texture and depth to your space. Layering different textiles can create a rich, cozy atmosphere. Combine a vintage Persian rug with modern furniture, or drape a handmade quilt over a contemporary sofa. This blend of old and new adds warmth and character to any room. Repurposing vintage items can give them a new lease on life. Turn an old door into a headboard or transform vintage suitcases into stylish storage units. These creative projects not only recycle old items, but also add unique, personalized touches to your home. Engage in DIY projects that incorporate vintage materials. Create your own wall art using vintage fabrics, or refurbish an old piece of furniture with a fresh coat of paint and new hardware. These projects can be both rewarding and cost-effective, allowing you to personalize your space further. Incorporate vintage-style appliances into your kitchen for a charming, nostalgic feel. Retro refrigerators, classic stoves, and antique coffee grinders can serve as functional decor that enhances the overall aesthetic of your kitchen. Set your dining table with vintage china, crystal glassware, and silverware. These pieces add an elegant touch to your meals, making everyday dining feel like a special occasion. Consider mixing and matching different patterns and styles for an eclectic yet cohesive look. A vintage bed frame or headboard can be the centerpiece of your bedroom. Look for ornate iron frames, wooden headboards with intricate carvings, or upholstered options that reflect the era you love. Choose bedding and linens that complement your vintage theme. Opt for quilts, lace-trimmed sheets, and embroidered pillowcases. These details add a touch of romance and nostalgia to your bedroom, creating a serene and inviting space. Update your bathroom with vintage fixtures like clawfoot tubs, pedestal sinks, and brass faucets. These elements bring a sense of luxury and history to the space, making it feel like a relaxing retreat. Add vintage accessories such as ornate mirrors, antique soap dishes, and retro tile patterns. These small touches can transform your bathroom into a charming, vintage-inspired sanctuary. Utilize online resources like Pinterest, Instagram, and design blogs to gather inspiration for your vintage decor. These platforms offer a wealth of ideas and can help you visualize how different elements might come together in your space. Invest in design books and magazines that focus on vintage interiors. These publications often provide detailed insights and beautiful photography that can inspire your decor choices and help you refine your style. Choose calming colour palettes that enhance the relaxing nature of your vintage-inspired home. Soft pastels, muted earth tones, and classic neutrals can create a serene and inviting atmosphere. Prioritize comfort by selecting furniture that is both stylish and cozy. Vintage-style armchairs, plush sofas, and well-cushioned dining chairs ensure that your home is not only beautiful, but also comfortable to live in. Ultimately, your vintage-inspired home should reflect your personality and tastes. Incorporate personal touches such as family heirlooms, travel souvenirs, and handmade items that tell your unique story. Allow your space to evolve over time. Vintage decor is all about collecting and curating, so be open to adding new pieces and rearranging your space as you find new treasures. This flexibility ensures that your home remains dynamic and reflective of your personal journey. Retro design is more than just a nostalgic nod to the past. It's an ever-evolving style that continues to influence contemporary interiors. Originally, retro design celebrated the bold, colourful, and whimsical aesthetics of the mid-20th century, particularly the 50s, 60s, and 70s. These decades brought forward unique patterns, vibrant colours, and innovative materials that still captivate designers today. As we move into the future, retro design is expected to blend even more seamlessly with modern elements. The use of sustainable and eco-friendly materials will likely become a significant trend within retro design, reflecting today's growing environmental consciousness. Moreover, technological advancements allow for the reproduction of vintage pieces with modern functionalities, providing both the aesthetic appeal of the past and the convenience of the present. Several famous figures have notably embraced retro design in their homes, influencing trends and popularizing this aesthetic. For example, the late actor and comedian Robin Williams had a home that featured numerous retro elements, from mid-century modern furniture to bold, geometric art pieces. Similarly, fashion icon Iris Apfel's eclectic apartment is filled with a mix of vintage and contemporary items, showcasing her love for colour and unique design. Retro design's influence extends beyond homes and into popular culture, with many films, television shows, and even video games drawing inspiration from mid-20th century aesthetics. Movies like La La Land and the Grand Budapest Hotel use retro design to evoke a sense of nostalgia and charm, making the setting a character in its own right. Television shows such as Mad Men have also played a significant role in the resurgence of mid-century modern design, showcasing the sleek, sophisticated style of the 1960s. Incorporating retro design into modern homes captures timeless beauty and functionality. From vibrant patterns and bold colours to sleek mid-century lines, retro design blends seamlessly with contemporary living, offering both charm and practicality. Embracing retro design preserves past craftsmanship while creating inviting, comfortable environments full of warmth and personality. Take a moment to explore these other captivating videos we've handpicked just for you. Consider subscribing for the latest updates. Hit the thumbs up. It means so much to us. Share your thoughts below and suggest any architectural wonders we should cover. Stay creative, happy decorating.